CD2C Accelerator is a unique program because it's the first of its kind dedicated to two batches or two thematic goals, which is mobility and water innovation. Nothing like that really quite exists in the Baltic region, so we're happy to announce this program for teams, aspiring teams, existing startups or scale-ups that want to focus on this area and especially deploy their solutions in real city environment.
Water in general, of course, is not just about the sea, it's not about just the city. The water is in many areas, food, health, you name it. So I think the application could be very, let's say, extended from one field to another, which gives a competitive advantage to this accelerator. The focus for water is, I think, is generic because the application of technologies will not be only for Latvia, although we have defined the Mission C 2030 as one of our priorities, but the technologies which will be developed through this program will be globally applicable. In order to be competitive, you have to build something which could be used elsewhere. So I think this is an opportunity also for the startup companies, for scientists, for students to really get the first impression, how to really enter the innovation business, how to enter the new startup programs, and to build their capacity globally.
Mission C 2030 initiative, the KPIs actually focuses on the doubling of blue economy. And what we can see in the water track and on mobility track, what that does actually means. Both tracks need to focus on the idea how to make our lives good and sustainable in the same time, with combination that it must be with the reasonable price. And if we can see that this is happening, then this is definitely going to aim and actually achieve the goals of the Mission C 2030.
Mobility, as we call, is a team sport, so you don't have just one winner who could go out and do the Robin Hood situation. You have to have a lot of players working together, especially all the low-hanging fruit in mobility and CO2 emissions are being picked already. So everything else we're going to be looking at, especially with climate-neutral cities, we'll have to have teamwork, we'll have to have complex issues both from governments, from policy issues, from user perspective, GDPR. So a lot of complex things, that's why we have the complex partners in the program, and I think this is a unique offer in the Baltic region for the teams across the region to work with the most pressing challenges from municipalities or private sector and lifestyle.
I think this program is unique in a sense that this is really early stage kind of support for good ideas. The benefit is that we could use some of the good teams, maybe some of the already established companies to test the ideas at the very early stage. So this allows us maybe not to over-invest in ideas which are not viable, but to boost the ones which potentially can enter the market. So this is kind of early support for failing fast concept. So basically we would encourage the ones which are passing through this accelerator program then to build the companies, to build their technology further. So the benefit is really with minimum resources to build a first potential for the companies in water and mobility business.
From this program we actually expect to develop new startups, and at the end of the day we really hope to develop new unicorns. But the main idea is actually to support the teams to have the next step, and great outcome would be a couple of great teams that we can take in the incubation phase, and then from those incubation phase to create great exporters and great startups.